That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of Riding Dirty Raw. And it is an honor and a pleasure. Like, I have waited for this moment all my life to talk to this man right here. Now, if you think Outkast started the Atlanta music scene, you're wrong. If you think Raheem the Dream started the Atlanta music scene, hip hop scene, you're wrong. I have in front of me the father of the Atlanta hip hop scene, Mr. MoJo. Let MoJo handle it. Jump, stomp, and twist.
You heard me?
MoJo, the first thing I gotta say is welcome to Riding Dirty Raw. And man, let's just let these people know about your history, where you've been, what's going on with you. I just feel like the world needs to know. So the first thing I want to start this thing off by asking you is, where are you from and what made you even want to pursue the music business?
Man, you already know, man. I'm a Grady baby, man. I'm a Grady baby. Yeah, I'm Grady baby, man. I'm born Grady Hospital from the West Side, man. This is where all this thing started from. I think about how a lot of rappers, a lot of guys try to say they from the West Side, they from Bankhead and all this old kind of thing. But yeah, that's where I'm from, man. And just music, music has always been my life. All the way from when I started playing drums when I was 6 years old, doing talent shows, singing on talent shows when I was 9. And music just always have been my life, man. From the West Side, man, West Side of Atlanta. You heard the Bluff, the Vine City, all that area. You heard Bankhead, you heard.
All right, so there still had to be, like, a lot of us do talent shows when we're young. A lot of our parents get us to entertain the family at the cookouts and the family reunions. But at some point, you definitely realized that you had a serious talent and could go to that next level. Like, where did that inspiration come from? Because something took you from the talent show to the studio to the stage.
Well, that's an awesome question, man, that you asked me, man. And just being in the music business, man, just loving music. And once Sugar Hill gang came out with Rapper Delight, and I learned Rapper Delight. I learned that song. I would sit down, went home, wrote it down, and I used to go to school and just recite Rapper's Delight in the hall. And we would have the whole school out there. We would have the whole school out, like in the hall, listening to me rapping, hip hop, the hippie to the hippie to the hippie hop, but you don't stop, so rap became popular, 1981, I think around 80, 81, when rap became popular. And so I just decided that I said, hey, I can write a rap song, so that's what I did. I sat down and I wrote Batman, Let MoJo Handle It. Well, first it was Batman. And then when I went to Gino Jordan, who was the manager of the San Souci at that time in Midtown Atlanta, and it was just Batman. And then he said, "Hey man, you gotta be Batman. Let MoJo handle it." So that's how I came up with my first song, Batman, Let MoJo Handle It. And that was my inspiration, man. But and I got to meet a lot of guys that was in the industry, because at that time it was not popular here in Atlanta for anyone to be doing hip hop. You know, don't even call yourself doing hip hop in Atlanta in 1982. Um, but and a couple of years after, when I came out with my next song, Jump, Stomp, and Twist, but I got to meet a whole lot of the New York rappers back in that time, because I was the only one in Atlanta doing hip hop. Well, nobody in Atlanta doing hip hop, man. You know, it just was not heard of for anyone in Atlanta to be doing hip hop in 1982, 83, 84. But when they brought Run DMC, I opened for Run DMC. I opened for Run DMC the first two times they came to Atlanta. I also opened for Curtis Blow, all those guys. And of course, like Curtis Blow, that was, Curtis Blow was my man. Curtis Blow was kind of like I love Curtis Blow. I like Curtis Blow. And I was able to become friends with Curtis Blow back then. And I had a good time with Run DMC. Jam Master Jay, bless his soul, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Jay.
Yeah, but me and Jam, I did get to spend some time with Jam Master Jay here, because when they came to Atlanta back then, it was like, who in Atlanta doing hip hop? MoJo. So, but that was the beginning of that.
All right. So how did the city of Atlanta perceive you? Because you're right, like Atlanta didn't have cats on the corner rapping, or how the New York scene was. So how did the other artists around the city perceive you? Being that you were a hip hop artist, a rapper.
Well, see that's the thing. The people from Atlanta, we could. Oh my God! I can name some, Reggie and a lot of the guys. This was before Shadi, Raheem, Kilo, and all them guys. Which came after me. But the people in Atlanta, they thought this was the best thing since sliced bread. But I'm glad you asked that question, because people from New York hated me doing it. Real talk. People from Atlanta did not, people from New York, they did not take well to me doing hip hop here in Atlanta, because we had a lot of migrates here back in that time. People was migrating from Atlanta from New York to Atlanta. So my biggest enemies was the people from New York, because they didn't like me doing hip hop, and I'm down here in Atlanta. And I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
When Outkast won that award for the Source Award in New York, I think this was I forget what year it was, but when Outkast won that award up in New York at the Source Award, the people from New York, they booed Outkast. You know what I mean? Because that's how much people from New York hated from people from Atlanta, from the South, even thinking about doing hip hop. You know what I mean? So, I took those blows. Real early, 82, 83. People from Atlanta love me. People from New York hated me. Real talk, bro. No, real talk, bro.
Did you all right, now when you say you opened for Run DMC and Curtis Blow, were both was that the Fresh Fest? Because I know the Fresh Fest made a stop in Atlanta. Was you part of the Fresh Fest?
This was before the Fresh Fest.
Oh.
No, real talk. No, this was before the Fresh Fest, man. Matter of fact, glad you brought that up. Just like they booed Outkast in New York on the Source Award, I had already opened for Run and them. I had already opened for Run you know, and Curtis Blow, way before the Fresh Fest. When the first Fresh Fest first came, and of course, the people that promoted the Fresh Fest, that brought the Fresh Fest to Atlanta, Casual Cal and Ricky Walker, and those are the two guys that started Universal Circus.
Mm-hmm.
They was the one that brought Fresh Fest here to Atlanta, and they're good friends of mine. And I never forget, you know, when they brought me out on stage. I mean, Casual Cal at the first Fresh Festival, Casual Cal said, "Hey, we got MoJo here in the house," and all them New York guys said, "Boo!" And I never forget Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. He was out on stage setting up, you know, when that happened. And, you know, and he was like, "Man, you know, at least I know these folks, they know you, man." But that's how